Hey guys, it didn't feel right to start a video without mentioning what's happening in India. Kevin and I both have Indian roots, and to see the pandemic raging there and overwhelming the medical system breaks our hearts. We link to some charities in the description down below, and every cent you can contribute will help. On to the video. So this is a Sennheiser MKE 600 microphone. We would call this the fifth stage of audio quality. This video is about 5 levels of perfect audio for YouTubers.
Goedendag, we're DHRME.
Dope.
Helpful.
Reviews.
Mindful.
Easy.
So you're starting a big YouTube channel. Well, it's not big yet, but you want to get there, right? Well, aside from things money can't buy, like an interesting personality, a tremendous amount of luck, or
a magical voice,
there are some things you actually have influence over.
And of those things, audio is arguably the most important to get right, even before starting on your fancy camera.
So when we started, we used a decent mic, the Zoom H1, because Rowan was recording some music at the time with his band. But you can also just as easily start with your smartphone. Many smartphones today have passable microphones, and you can get very usable audio at the end of it. If you do have a camera, you might still want to consider recording audio on your phone if you're going to be standing at a distance, unless your camera has a very good mic.
And then sync video with audio in post. It's fairly easy to do once you get the hang of it, and your production quality will get a step up. Also here, the human element is important. If you're moving all over the place and your mic is stationary, your volume will vary and your audience is going to click away. Don't click away, subscribe.
When you're talking, your intonation, delivery, quality of voice, and personality are all crucial if you want to get your message across. Does this mean taking expensive courses? Not really. In our case, it was a question of just starting and learning along the way. Ask for feedback, but also be brutally self-critical. Identify your weaknesses and improve upon them. Because if you aren't going to, YouTube viewers won't hesitate for a second to do just that.
Yeah, for example, don't trail off at the end of sentence. Don't mumble. Articulate. Use your vocal range to express emotion. Your YouTube voice will be different from your living room voice, so learn the difference. But also learn your strengths and lean on them. And be authentic while doing all that. That's what draws people in. And if you're short on ideas, the best place to look is to simply copy YouTubers you like or the YouTubers they like. And if you aren't satisfied with what you're getting from your phone, consider using a lavalier microphone, also called a lav.
Chances are that if you've started a YouTube channel, you're probably shooting at home or wherever you think people are going to point and laugh at you. If you also plan to do a talking head kind of shot like this one, and if your room is not acoustically treated, you're going to want to get a lav microphone. Using a lav mic also has some technique to it.
Don't let the lav rub against your chest or against your clothes or even your face hair.
But you should get there fairly quickly. Lavs are great for starting out because, as we said, they're cheap. We'll link the ones we recommend down in the description, and they capture sound that is closer to the microphone and therefore don't catch as much of the room noises. And removing room noise can be expensive.
Acoustic treatment is a science in itself, and we cannot do justice to it in this video. So let's focus on stuff that's free. Before you go start spending a bunch of money on acoustic foam, diffusers and bass traps, start with the basics. Try to work in a room with a lot of naturally sound absorbing materials like couches, canvases, curtains, anything with a C basically.
So this is a Sennheiser MKE 600 microphone mounted on a boom arm, very kindly sent to us for review by Sennheiser. Welcome to Level 5. Congrats on making it this far. As a Level 5 user, you get a special price on your YouTube subscriptions today, absolutely free. Or use the links in the description to help out the channel at no cost to you.
When you want to move on from cell phones and cheap lavs, you probably have a slightly more elaborate setup, a tripod, a camera with a microphone input maybe, And once you're fairly certain your room is acoustically stable, go ahead and get a condenser mic like this MKE 600. Now this is fairly expensive compared to what we've just been mentioning, but if you really look at the broad spectrum of microphones, we'd say this is somewhere in the middle. It's not the cheapest microphone you can get, but it's also not crazy expensive. It's got a cardioid pattern, which is just a fancy way of saying it's, very directional. Pop, pop, popsicle. Ice, ice, icicle. Test, test, test.
This is a good thing since it'll do a good job of not catching sounds from the side and the back as much. There are many pickup patterns you can get into that might suit your application. The best way to use this kind of mic is on a boom, but in a pinch you can use it handheld like this. But that's only a last option and will not be good for handling noise and consistency. Different microphones also have different textures. Different microphones also have different features. This microphone offers a solid build, the ability to power itself with a single AA battery for 150 hours, and a low-cut filter that cuts out the in the background. You're going to want to do some research on that.
Now we've said level 5 as if this were the highest level, and the professionals amongst you are probably laughing at us knowing that we haven't even scratched the surface. And that's true. There's a ton more to talk about. Post-processing, microphone placement, recording formats, audio interfaces, cables. This can be a real black hole once you really get deep into this field. And also not all lavs are worse than all condensers. And of course, there are many other microphone types, but we had to keep it simple for the sake of this video, since we wanted to help out folks who are just starting out to get a head start. We've actually gone through these stages ourselves over the last half a decade. So if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them in the comments down below.
So this is a bit of a departure for our channel, but did you like it? Give us a thumbs up if you did, and while you're down there, let us know what DHRME stands for.
You've been going through 5 shades of audio,
and we've been DHRME.
Namaste.